it doesn't really get any more tropical than this. Let's talk about Licuala. What's up, fellow plant enthusiasts? My name is Dylan and this is Baines Botanicals. Today we're going to be talking about Licuala. I've heard it pronounced different ways. Licuala, Licuala, however you say it, there it is. It's definitely one of the more uncommon palms you can have as a houseplant, and it is not cheap by any means. This one I happened to get on Etsy. I got a pretty good deal on it at, I think it was $125. So most of these that I see in greenhouses, which even that is pretty rare, most of them are bigger, like bigger than I could comfortably fit into my home, and they're hundreds of dollars. So, and we can see why. I mean, look at these leaves. They're amazing. Like, this is just like the definition of a tropical plant. A beautiful fan-shaped palm like this. So, palms can be a little finicky in the sense that they come from the tropics, so their care requirements can be just a little bit out there. But before we do that, let's do this. Here is the taxonomy information for Licuala, and we are in the family Ericaceae. All of the palms that are true palms are in the family Ericaceae. So things like sago palm, ponytail palm, they're not actually palms. It has to be in Ericaceae. Let's go and do the care. So as far as light goes, these just need bright indirect light. They could take full sun if you acclimate them, but you want to be really careful because you don't want to scorch the foliage. As far as, but the thing is, they're not low light. There are, I think, 2 palm genera that can take low light, Rhapis and Camedoria. Those would be the only 2 that I would say could be medium light, because they still need light, right? They're from the tropics. As far as watering goes, they kind of like to be kept evenly moist. They don't really want to dry out all the way, and if they do dry out, it's fine, but don't do it for too long, because you'll start to see, especially on some of the finer leaved species of palm, you'll see brown tips and things. Even this one has just a little bit of brown tips at the top. Some of that could be because of humidity. You can't actually see them, so that's cool. But yeah, just kind of evenly moist. But the thing is, moving into soil, they need like a fast draining soil, kind of a cacti succulent mix. And in fact, on the one I use, it actually says cacti palm succulent. So just think again about where they grow in the tropics. They live on beaches and things where the soil just is very free flowing. It's just not something that gets compacted and dense, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Humidity, they like humidity. They really need humidity. Maybe not so much as a calathea, for instance, but they like that humidity. It's humid in the tropics. Again, that'll help prevent like brown tips and things. And then fertilizer, they need to be fertilized, but be kind of gentle with the fertilizer, especially if you're using a synthetic fertilizer. Sometimes they can be high in salts, and salts really negatively affect palms, especially to the point that it's a good idea maybe twice a year. I'd say maybe once a season, just take your palm and really give it a good flush. Like, just let water flow through the whole pot for a couple of minutes and really help flush those minerals out. That'll really contribute to the health of your plant. And it's not a bad idea to flush plants in general, but especially palms. And some of that is going to come down to the quality of your water as well. If you're watering palms with especially hard water, you can have a lot of mineral buildup. So just keep in mind that you want to flush them every now and then. The last thing I'll say is that palms in general, and Licuala is no exception, they are prone to pests. That's just kind of how it is. They can get pretty much anything. And this is one that survived my move. And for those of you who don't know, I just moved recently, and a lot of my plants got neglected because they were in my old house and they were the last thing I moved. So there would be a period of like a week where I just didn't have time to go over there and like take care of them, maybe 2 weeks. And so I lost a lot. I mean, I'd say maybe 25% of my plants. But this one survived, and I was worried that it wouldn't, but hey, look at it. It's green, it's looking good. It's actually got a new leaf coming in, which I'm pretty excited about. But it did get some pretty heavy pests. It had, all at the same time, it had spider mites, mealybugs, and scale. But hey, I blasted those suckers off of there with some water, gave it a little bit of diluted insecticide because the foliage can be really sensitive to insecticides. So that's another thing. You just be careful if you're going to use those. The tried and true method of just rinsing the leaves is good as well. But yeah, they're not so pest prone like a Hedera or any kind of Aralia, for instance, to where they're just going to have pests all the time. It's just something to be aware of. Be a little proactive and diligent with it, where you clean the leaves maybe once every couple of weeks. You just mist them or spray them down or whatever, wipe them clean. And that's good for all of our plants. Like, it's good to just keep the dust off of them, keep checking them for pests and everything. So there's no reason you can't have a healthy Licuala, especially considering you're gonna pay a decent amount of money for it. But yeah, don't let the pest thing scare you away. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to say about Licuala. It's amazing. I mean, it just looks, I hope this thing gets big, because that's gonna be, I don't know where the hell I'll put it, but it's gonna be cool when this thing gets big. Palms tend to grow kind of slowly though, so it may be a while. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for your likes and subscribes. Let me know what your experience is with Licuala, if you've ever owned one. I know I have one follower in particular that specializes in palms. I'd love to hear what you think about this. And if you have anything you'd like to add about it, feel free to comment. And yeah, until the next video, thank you guys so much. Okay, well, everybody's always saying they want to see my cats. Well, here we go. Say hi, Spice. This is Spice. Say hi, little sweetheart. Oh, she just wants to be involved. Okay, okay. No, you can't do that. Okay. Thank you guys. No. Lay down. Lay down. Thank you guys so much. Until the next video, I will see you very soon, and thank you.